Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Games Workshop. I want to say a warm welcome to all of you new subscribers, a massive thank you to all of you members and supporters of the channel through the membership and Patreon. Let's get straight into the pre-orders for Saturday the 26th of October. We'll start off with the news first of all. There was a leak of Fuegan, which is why there's now a news article for him. Yeah, bit of a shame because they have to kind of change schedules and things whenever that happens. And I know people are very interested about what's coming out, but sometimes it can spoil things, especially if there's nothing official that's come out. Mortarion was a prime example of that. Considering that Eldari aren't due to be released until, quite late on next year in 2025. But let's go through all of these news. If we go back to, I haven't done one of these videos for a good couple of weeks, actually, but if we go back kind of a couple of weeks ago to, I want to say the 12th of October, round about here, there was a lot of pre-orders for the Stormcast Eternals, like the Battle Tome and the Gamers Edition. Yeah, they just call it the Gamers Edition. I think you get cards with it as well. You also had Iridan the Witness on a Morgriff. That's what those are called. You've got Taunus the Redeemed, Lord Celestant, Lord Relicta, very cool. Maybe you could even proxy him as a Space Marine Chaplain. Lord Terminos, Reclusians, Stormstrike Paladors, the Liberators, Prosecutors, they're very cool. Lord Imperatant Knight Arcanum, Storm Coven, a Stormreach Portal, the cards and the dice, a Rattling Warp Blaster, and then for Warcry we had the Ravening Gnarloak and Servo Skull Palette, as well as a Storm Vault combat case. Interesting. Transport your miniatures. Soft silicon bristles. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about the silicon. Yeah, I'm not sure whether it will hold them in place properly or whether they'll rattle around. And also I question the silicon, the rubber, against the, your paintwork. I think over time it would rub it off. If your paintwork gets damaged by your fingers, then yeah, maybe the plastic might, maybe the silicon might. Anvils of the Helden Hammer, the Ancients. First Founding Deluxe Edition. On the Shoulders of Giants and Other Stories. Xiophas Kane print on demand books, and then some other books in different languages. And then we also had a look at the Christmas gifts, so some baubles if you want some Space Marine baubles and things. I like the Gobbo one, that's quite cool. So that's it for those. And then pin badges and key rings. You've got a Custodes blade there. That a Terminator beacon, a Purity seals. And then pin advent calendars. So you've got one with a selection of things. They've all got a selection of things actually. Everything from Tyranids to Space Marines. So you've got Nature Sigma and then a 40k one. Hats and scarves. Oh, that's a cozy red gobbo blanket. That looks nice. And then a squig. And then a squig mega hoodie. And then a tin. Warhammer cards. Official 2025 calendar. Wow, so they're really going for it with all of the merchandise this year. More than other years, I would think. Okay, then the next day we had the Sunday preview. This was a look at the Imperialis mechanicum, specifically the rise of the Dark mechanicum, with these awesome looking minis. So you get the mechanicum battle group, you know, in sort of miniature scale. Night House battle group, a Titan battle group. It's been around for quite a while now. Mechanicum army cards. Manufactorum Imperialis Sector. That's quite cool. It's got all the crates and silos and things like that. And then for 40k we had the Combat Patrol Blood Angels. Where you're getting 6 Sanguinary Guard. You've got the new Blood Angels Captain. And then you've got 10 Assault Intercessors. For Warhammer Plus we had a Battle Report and then Lawmasters for Tau. And then there was a Painting Ember Guard Intermediate. Had a new trike for squats. So that's what that looks like. You've got a Rowana Forestfoot enlists a full-size stag to help the gnomes. So a little character for the gnomes. It's not a Gnauf. That's quite cool. You got Kill Team starter set, Space Marines and Plague Marines. So, yes, I did question. I mean, the scenery is like MDF apparently, but then you've got your miniatures as well, and these are the miniatures. If they look familiar, I think it's Space Marine Heroes. I'm not sure whether I had these Space Marine ones. I'm not quite sure, but I've definitely got the Death Guard ones. They were in Space Marine Heroes number 3, I think, but I never reviewed them, so maybe I should. But it has everything you need to start it off, and then you've got easy assembly printed MDF terrain. Discover the 4 playstyles and rivals decks in the new edition of Warhammer. You got the Rimmer engine, 15th of October. That looks like 40k. Some kind of staff or weapon. Then you had a post-launch trailer. In this trailer, we saw, the Dark Angels cosmetics for the Space Marine 2 game. Also, the Tyranid Biotitan mission was released. I might do a live stream of playing that at some point again. And then you've got a new campaign system. White Dwarf returns in a new Black Library novel. Grombrindle Ancestor's Burden by Chris Thurston. That looks nice. Joy Toy, you've now got Sanguinius. So there he is. Looks quite nice. You got 40k balance update, new points changes. So you can view the downloads there. And they are all here. Imperial armor. Look, you've even got like Titans. And all of the rules for them, just out of interest. Yeah, they're not budging from the 120-inch volcano cannon. Should be 180 still, but macro Gatling blaster, has that been reduced? Apocalypse missile launcher, they've reduced that. It's 200 inches, used to be 280, I think. Yeah. So balances, apparently. 2 painting presenters down brushes and tackle each other's spearhead. You've got Frecker. Lord of the West March leads the charge in the battle in Middle-earth strategy battle game. Okay, that's him. All hands on decks. Deck building in Warhammer Underworld's Ember Guard. You got Solar Auxilia, and then you got a Dark Mechanicum article. Very interesting. With these walkers. You got the Road to Cassandras 3. Silent Blood Angels Army in 40k, everything you need to know. You got the Regimental Gourmand, designing the Dark Mechanicum, bringing new life to ancient lore. So yeah, look at these. I mean, these are almost as big as a Warhound, really. So you got these Battle Stalkers and Noospheric Stalkers. And look, just look how big they are compared to a Thanatar. I'm wondering whether this will be a resin kit, you know, and then this one will be a plastic. Then you got secret level Warhammer animation news out of New York Comic Con. And then last week, pre-order, it was mainly Kill Team starter set. So we'll have a look at these in a moment and the prices. And then you had all the Kill Team, and then you had all the separate Kill Teams. So you've got a Karskin one, you've got a Phobos Strike Team, Chaos Space Marine Legionaries, Tau Empire Pathfinders, Inquisitorial Agents, Chaos Cult data cards, the Chaos Lord, which I have pre-ordered, and the Chaos Lord with Jump Pack I've also pre-ordered. So you'll see them in the channel in 2 weeks' time. You got Inquisitor Kotiaz, Broken Crusade novel. Interesting to note that this novel is not £16, it's not £18, it's actually £20 for some reason. This is the breakthrough moment for me with novels from Black Library. I remember buying a hardback novel 2 or 3 months ago, probably longer, and it being, I think, this new price point. And it was, of course, all their books are made in China. It was made in China. Paper quality was absolutely terrible. No way on earth worth £20. Absolutely no way. So this is the breakthrough moment. I'm not familiar with Stephen Fisher's work, so this will be interesting. But yeah, this is a breakthrough moment for me. If this book is not worth £20, I have to say I'm going to be pretty much done with Black Library after this. So yeah, stay tuned, because this will be a breakthrough moment for the channel. Broken Crusade, that's the limited edition version, and that's £45, I think. I had a look today. The big Dakar, great. Mike Brooks, can't go wrong with him and Orcs. I pre-ordered that book, but that is a paperback one, which is fine. You got Warhammer Plus Masterclass and Lore Masters. And then this is the news for the rest of the week. So you've got a Living Legend, Jeremiah Cool, returns to Blood Bowl. So there's that model. Warhammer Underworld's Roadmap. The Ironhead Squat Prospectors throw open the halls of the Ancients. And then another rumour engine earlier in the week. It was... Now, to me, that looks very much like the missiles from a Thousand Suns Terminator, but it just looks like that. Could be off of something else. You got Golden Demon at Spiel, Warhammer Underworld's Organised Play, Tau Specialists, Warhammer Underworld's new Nurgle minis, new Plague Bearers. These look quite cool. So you've got the Jaws of Itzel. So I do have a Seraphon army. For some reason I have to go down here to then go up again. Oh, that's quite cool. And then the Plague Bearers, I like these. Yeah, I very much like these. Oh, I can just swipe, okay, I can swipe that way. I think their names are fantastic, but for some reason it's not showing their names right next to them, which again should have been better. You got one of these flies. I probably will get these because they're nice additions to my Death Guard. You got another Golden Demon Spiel. article, Warhammer Underworlds, How to Get Started in the New Edition, Warhammer Heroes, Stormcast Eternals take over. You got a Regimental Standard, Rattling Digest, and then Red Gobbo Miniature. This was announced, revealed yesterday on the 25th. You got a Festive Miniature revealed, and it's basically a snowman with the Red Gobbo. He's throwing a snowball. Well, it's actually like some kind of grenade or something, and then the snowman itself is a bomb. So I might actually pick this one up this year. I didn't pick up the one last year. And then you got Fuegan, a Phoenix Lord Reborn. Now this is the unfortunate leak this week. As I say, it can go against the hobby leaks. I know everyone's wants to know about the next hot thing, but it can damage it in two ways. One is the pictures that you get from the leak might not give the model its due credit. Mortarion, as I said earlier in the video, that was a classic example that the Mortarion looked awful in the leak pictures. And secondly, if there's a long period between the leak and the model coming out, people either lose interest and forget about it, or there's other things that they spend their money on. The only positive I can see out of this is if the model looks good, we know what's coming out later on, but it depends on how good that model looks, whether the hype and interest has the mileage. Fortunately for Fuegan, it does. Fuegan is my favourite Phoenix Lord out of all of them. I think it was the first Phoenix Lord I bought for my Eldar army, and this model is fire. It's incredible. I really like the look of this. I don't think he's got any options. Does he need any options? The paint scheme is absolutely mind-blowing, how they've done a fume effect. Oh, I'm going to use some watch terms now. On that helmet where it darkens from crimson to black even, and then on the orange, and all of the highlights on every little bit of the armour and the black highlights and edging is just insane, and the base is very nice too. I am so pumped for this model. I can't wait for it. But as I say, I can't wait for it. But when's it going to come out? It ain't going to come out next week, is it? And that is all of the news for the past 2 weeks. Let's go on over and have a look at the pre-orders. So on their web store right here, it looks like we've got the Kill Team. If we go on new and exclusive, all pre-orders, and we go high to low. Now, so we've got some Imperialis, which were the pre-orders from last week. So we've got the Manufactorum, 110 quid for those. The Titan Battle Group, that's now £110 for those 4 Titans, but the Warlord is a big old kit, and that'll take you a while. Combat Patrol Blood Angels, that was last week's pre-order, £100 there for, let's face it, 17 Space Marines. You've got the Imperialis Mechanicum Battle Group, £95. You've got the Night Households Battle Group for £95, and then these are the new pre-orders for this week. So you've got the Kill Team Starter Set for £67.50. You've got the Phobos Strike Team for £46. Is it me, or have these Kill Teams just increased in price? They're almost £50 for 10 Space Marines. You've got Broken Crusade, £45. Just interested if this is sold out. No, it hasn't. Okay. You've got the Carskin, £42.50. You've got the Imperial Agents, £36. You've got Warhammer Horus Heresy, Rise of the Dark Mechanicum, £31.50 book. You've got Inquisitor Kotiaz, £28. You've got the Chaos Lord with Jump Pack and Chaos Space Marine Lord. In my opinion, these shouldn't cost any more than £20. I think £26 is Forge World prices, is those resin Forge World prices. Warhammer Horus Heresy, then you've got the digital edition of that book. You got the Broken Crusade again. I'm very surprised that this is £20. I'm not sure why. It should be 16, maybe at a push 18. Maybe they're banking that it's not going to sell as many, so they've bumped up the price. I don't know, but as I said, it is a watershed moment for the channel with that book. I know that's a lot of pressure, but we'll see. You got all the cards. They're all £19 per pack, and you've even got some Imperialis cards for £16.50, and then you've got the Big Dacker for a tenner. Again, I think paperback should be £7.99. And that is it for all the pre-orders. So not a lot of pre-orders this week. Even looking at the pre-orders from last week, it's been a bit slow recently. I think they are winding down for Christmas. Remember, you got all the battle forces and things going to be up for pre-order in the next few weeks, I would have thought. It won't be that long. And you've got all the Christmas merchandise to pre-order too. What do you guys think of the news and all the pre-orders today? Did you pick up the Blood Angels? Have you picked up the Kill Team? Any of the Kill Teams, things like that? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down below. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.